Superman isn't just a hero, he's the blueprint for the entire genre. Created in 1938 by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, Superman was the world's first superhero.
Man, stop playing with me. What? I'm the first nigga to do all type of
A symbol of hope in the darkest times, the Great Depression, then World War II, he was more than just a guy in a cape with powers. He represented ideals, truths, justice, and the American way. Over the decades, Superman evolved from the classic comic books to the campy 50s TV show.
Up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane!
It's Superman!
To Christopher Reeve's iconic films in 1970s and 80s. Then came the darker takes. The 90s comic introduced more complexity, and Hollywood followed.
Even though you've been raised as a human being, you are not one of them.
Remember the 2006 Superman Returns?
No!
It tried to recapture the magic but fell short for many. Then came Zack Snyder's Man of Steel in 2013, followed by Batman v Superman and Justice League. Those films took a more serious, gritty approach, but some fans felt Superman lost his heart. He became brooding, almost unrecognizable. That brings us to the new Superman movie.
We watched Superman, also now known as Super Woke.
This is a job for Superman.
For the past 3 years, I've worked on Superman. Most of my time has been spent working on Superman. And then the movie is released, and you're like, is the public gonna like it? Are the critics gonna like it? And is it gonna make money? Unfortunately, with this one, it went well on all three of those fronts. Yeah.
Finally, this film feels like a return to form. It brings back the heart, the hope, and the optimism that made Superman a hero in the first place. The new actor doesn't play him as a symbol of doom. He smiles, he struggles, and he's fundamentally hopeful.
One great thing that James was really focused on from the beginning was this third character, who we haven't figured out what to call him yet, whether it's Kal-El or Clark. But rather than thinking about one, either Superman or Clark Kent is the real one and the other is the alter ego, which you can go back and forth on, that there's a third, truer version of him, which is the version of him when he's with somebody who knows that he's both.
Lois Lane returns as a sharp, independent journalist, someone with real agency.
But I was just looking to understand on a deeper level and to try to find something that sparked a way in for me, and that came from speaking to investigative journalists, just understanding what they did all day and what drove them to keep going. You know, I remember talking to one who told me that, of course, like, everybody wants to make an impact on the world around them with their journalism, but if that's the only thing you're doing it for, you're not going to be able to stick it out, because you spend all this time and energy writing a story sometimes and it just doesn't reach the people you hope it does or make the difference you hope. And the opposite can be true too. Sometimes the thing you least expect can make an impact, but that there has to be something else driving you.
And the villain, it wasn't just your typical comic book master manipulator take. It's a fresh take that balances respect for the legacy with a modern story. Nicholas Hoult might surprise most people. Most people might remember him as Tony from the UK series Skins. I first discovered Skins in 2009. If you're not familiar, Skins is a raw, unapologetic British teen drama. Out of all the shows that tried to capture what it was like to grow up, Degrassi, 90210, even the visually stunning but sometimes over-the-top Euphoria, Skins still stands apart. It didn't sugarcoat anything. It showed the messy, painful, confusing side of adolescence with its brutal honesty. The emotions were jagged, the consequences felt real. It was gritty, chaotic, and deeply human.
They look so disappointing when I'm not a terrorist.
Well, you're a very dull Muslim, Emma.
At the center of the storm was Tony, played by Hoult, the manipulative, brilliant puppet master who could charm and destroy with a smile. He was easy to hate and impossible to ignore.
Change. It's a wonderful thing. Look, you know how subatomic particles don't obey physical laws? They act according to chance, chaos, coincidence. They run into each other in the middle of the universe somewhere, and bang, energy. We're the same as that. That's the great thing about the universe. Unpredictable. That's why it's so much fun.
I'm just gonna go see if she's okay, all right?
Sid. Bang.
This isn't your typical Lex with grand speeches and death rays. This is a modern, tech-savvy Lex who understands media, psychology, and power. A Lex who invests in biotech, owns social platforms, and quietly manipulates public opinion.
Somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation.
He quietly dismantles Superman by controlling how the world sees him. That's what makes this Lex so terrifying. He's mastered the most important superpower in the modern world, framing the narrative. The movie isn't just Superman versus a villain, it's Superman versus public perception. Superman saves lives, he sacrifices himself, he does the right thing. But one viral clip, one twisted headline, one quote taken out of context, and suddenly Superman isn't the hero anymore. He's a threat. There's a key moment, no spoilers, where the world turns on him overnight, not because he's changed, but because the story about him has changed. That's when the movie stops being a superhero story. It becomes a mirror of our reality. Let's get real. The most powerful institution in any society, fictional or real, is the media. It shapes what we know, it shapes what we fear, it shapes who we trust, and who we cancel. Media isn't just news anchors or YouTube stars. It's about giant corporations that own platforms we consume. Look at the landscape. Comcast owns NBC, MSNBC. Fox Corporation owns Fox News. Warner Brothers Discovery owns CNN. Paramount Global owns CBS and MTV. Disney owns ABC, ESPN, and Hulu. That's 5 corporations controlling the news and entertainment for hundreds of millions of people. But the real power shift is happening with the rise of social media. Today, the most dominant form of media in the world is social platforms on your phone. Billionaires saw this coming early. They invested heavily in influencer marketing, built content houses, turned teenagers with smartphones into global political voices.
Going down.
Oh my God!
A few years later.
I still think you did win that fight.
Oh, no way. We got gifts.
Let's go, Russell! Come on, give me some!
An 18 to 20-year-old TikTok creator can move more minds than an entire cable news segment. Traditional media is either trying to cancel these creators or buy them out. This is how modern Lex Luthors are made. They don't need kryptonite or nuclear weapons. They build platforms, they buy data, they own the digital square where opinions are formed. And that's exactly how Lex operates in this movie. You don't have to kill Superman to destroy him. You just have to control the camera, control the quote, control the framing, control the conversation. Look at our real world for proof. Donald Trump, the sitting president in 2025, knows that better than anyone. His biggest war hasn't been with political opponents. It's with the media. From the moment he announced his 2015 run, Trump waged an information war. Fake news became his battle cry against CNN, MSNBC, and the New York Times. And in 2025, he won a major victory. He settled a defamation lawsuit against CBS. Though details are sealed, the settlement caused major resignations and a shakeup in CBS political coverage.
On Friday, Donald Trump posted, "I absolutely love that Colbert got fired." How dare you, sir? Go f yourself.
This wasn't just a legal win. Even billion-dollar media machines aren't untouchable when they lose control of the narrative. That's the exact message that the Superman movie delivers. The greatest weapon isn't strength or lasers, it's leverage. Superman can outrun bullets. But if the narrative flips, you're finished. Superman can save the world, but he can't beat a bad algorithm. And that's what makes Lex so terrifying, because he's not a villain from a comic book. He's the media mogul of the 21st century. The movie still delivers on superhero spectacle in ways I have never seen before, and it's probably attributed to the Deadpoolification of superhero movies. What sets it apart, though, is the deeper message beneath the action. It's not just about fighting villains, it's about how goodness gets distorted, how stories become weapons, how image becomes more powerful than impact. Superman isn't battling a monster, he's battling the media version of himself, and that's a battle that a majority of us can't win. So 8 out of 10. It's smart, engaging, and relevant. There's a subplot that drags a bit, and some jokes feel like it's off of Deadpool. It's made Superman feel human again, even though he's an alien. Not just a hero, but a symbol trapped in a media storm. And I still can't believe that the actor who played Tony in Skins is now Lex Luthor. What did you think of the movie? Am I thinking too much into it?
I just want to thank also a very, very special person tonight. I dedicate this award to a memory of a friend of mine. Chris Reeve, I miss you. And I also say, may flights of angels sing thee to thy rest, sweet prince. Good night.
It's all my ball game. You know, it's all different. Sometimes I'll do farce, sometimes I'll do light comedy, sometimes play Achilles in the Greeks, whatever. The only guiding thing is this a good idea at the time? Am I going to have fun doing this? Will I learn something? Will the audience get something out of it? And that takes you through a wide variety of parts.